Hello guys, and welcome to my first ever video on my brand new YouTube channel. First thing before I get into it, I just want to say I am recording this on my phone. I have ordered a camera, but I'm waiting for the memory card to come, so I've not been able to record it on the camera like I had planned. But I really wanted to get the first video out this week, and the first video being the preview of the Brentford fixture. So you're gonna have to just forgive me for this at the moment, of the quality and the sound maybe not being the greatest, but hopefully I can sort that out in future videos. So yeah, basically my plan is I'm going to be doing videos now 2 to 3 a week, previews and match reactions of games, and talking about other things to do with football. But obviously I'll be mainly covering Arsenal and everything Arsenal, because that's my passion, that's my team, it's my love. And you know, I spend pretty much hours and hours weekly talking shit about football with my pals anyway, so why not put it online and give you guys something to talk about with me. So yeah, so we are going to be looking at the Brentford game, obviously Saturday 5:30 kickoff away to Brentford, and I think it's quite a big game for Arsenal, not because Brentford are the best team in the league or one of our title rivals, but because I think it's a time for us to get our season really going with some consistency and hopefully putting a winning run together. If I'm right in saying, I don't think we've won 3 Premier League games in a row this season, and I think now no more international breaks until March. I think it's really important that we try and do that now, starting with Brentford, where we had a good result last season. Obviously we went to their stadium and we popped them 3-0 last year. Goals from Vieira, Jesus and Saliba. And you know, Brentford are a good team. It's going to be a tough test for us, but it's one I think we should go there and win. If you look at Brentford's last 5 Premier League results, I've written it down. Most recently, they had a 3-0 loss away at Liverpool. Can happen to anyone. Anyone can go to Anfield and lose. But then before that, they had back-to-back wins. 3-2 home win against West Ham, who were having a decent season, you know, decent side. And then they went to Stamford Bridge and won 2-0 before the West Ham game, sorry. And that's, as we saw a few weeks ago, going to Stamford Bridge, ain't easy. City just shit 4 there and, you know, managed to somehow score 4. Mad game. But yeah, so it's not an easy place to go and win. Chelsea have been doing well against the bigger sides, but obviously struggling against some of the smaller sides, and Brentford went and took full advantage of that. Before that, they beat Burnley 3-0, pretty standard, and they lost 2-1 before that away at Old Trafford. But they were winning that game till the 90th minute, I believe, if I remember rightly. United got 2 stoppage time goals from McTominay, and they were quite lucky, Brentford. So they're actually in a decent run of form. So we can't go there and take it easy and think it's going to be a walkover. They have got some good players. Obviously, the standout be Brian Mbeumo, someone we're going to have to keep an eye on. Especially, I think, if he plays towards the right-hand side. And if we have Zinchenko playing, I'm guessing that's going to be an avenue that they try to exploit. Because obviously, we all know how amazing Zinchenko is on the ball when coming inside and linking up play. But defensively, can be got at. So it wouldn't surprise me if Tomiyasu starts this game, in all fairness, because of that. But I think that's something Brentford are going to be looking to target and potentially do us on, if I'm honest. So it's going to be a tough game, but one, if we turn up, I expect us to win. And a big thing for this week, hopefully, will be the return of the skipper, Martin Odegaard. Obviously, he's missed the last few games through concussion and hip injury or something, but he has been in training this week, so you see online and pictures of him in the training pictures. So hopefully he should be back, and we need him massively, because obviously so far Havertz is covered there, Vieira's covered there, Smith Rowe obviously started one game and then he goes out injured again, which is a shame, because I think Smith Rowe's an amazing player, amazing talent, but the geezer just cannot stay fit, and it's such a shame. Like, he starts his first league game in what, I think it was, I don't want to say 2 years, but I don't think it was much less than that. I think it might have been about 2 years, and then he goes out for a month straight away, and it's just such a shame. But you look at the cover we have for Odegaard, and yes, we've got cover in terms of numbers, in terms of Vieira, Havertz, Smith Rowe, who can play there. You could probably play Trossard there if you wanted to, but the quality is nowhere near the same. And that's something where I think Arteta is one of the only criticisms I have of Arteta. You know, I think he's spent money amazingly since he's been at Arsenal. He's made some great signings. You look at Rice and Odegaard and Jesus, you know, some great signings, but he has wasted some money. When you look at Havertz and Vieira for a combined total of 105 mil, I think that's money that could have and should have been spent a lot better. Because when Odegaard's coming out, I shouldn't be seeing those two with that quality coming in. And it's weird, it's not that they don't have quality. They're both obviously got something about them. And I feel like if you could combine the two as a player, you could put Vieira's final ball and, you know, maybe shooting ability. Because in the final third, I think Fabio Vieira is very good. But everywhere else, I think he lacks. He's way too weak. He's not quick enough. He's just got no physical presence about him. Whereas Kai Havertz, physically, he's quite all right. He puts himself about. He puts tackles in. But going forward, his final ball, he doesn't do anything. Like, the way he passes a ball, passes it like 1 fucking miles per hour, and it puts people in trouble. It drives me insane watching him, to be honest. And I'm trying to be patient with Havertz, and I really hope he comes good. And I'd love it if I come back to this video in you know, even for the match reaction on the weekend, and I hope he scored a couple and he's made me look stupid, but he's not looking very good at the minute. So having Odegaard back in to link our play up. Look, I'll be real, Odegaard hasn't had the best season so far. He's had a couple of alright games. I think our first Champions League game against PSV was probably his best game of the season. Thought he was amazing in that game, to be honest. And he still had moments, you know, he scored a big goal against United when we needed it. And, you know, I still think when he's on it, he's arguably our best player, but definitely one of them. And he is a really good leader, and we have missed him. So let's get him back in the team, get him linking with Saka and Ben White, even though Ben White might be out, to be fair. But yeah, we need him back in the team, and hopefully he does make a return. And hopefully he plays well. Odegaard, you know, I feel away from home, Odegaard does quite well. And it might be a thing where people say, oh no, like away from home he gets bullied. But I don't really think he does. I think he gets more time and space now. I think it's reversed. I think at home sometimes he struggles because teams just hound him out, and they're just sat two banks of like 10 man behind the ball basically. And I think that's where he can struggle. And they just man mark him and get him out of the game. But away from home, I don't know. I feel like sometimes, especially last season, he got a couple of braces away from home. I know he scored 2 at Wolves and Bournemouth, scored away at Spurs and Newcastle. So I think this could be a good game for him to come back into, and hopefully we walk away with the 3 points, because we are going to need it, especially with City and Liverpool playing a few hours before. Our 2 probably biggest title rivals, or 100% City, and I think Liverpool as well. 2 teams who I would say arguably are better than us, especially this season. I know we beat City, but I just look at them 2 and I think, obviously City are the best team in the world, obviously. But Liverpool, I think they've just got a few things we haven't that could help them push City further. Like Jurgen Klopp, for example, having a truly world-class manager who's beaten City to the title before. They got some world-class players in Salah, Van Dijk, and they got the best goalkeeper in the world. And I think that's just some things we obviously lack. But yeah, I think it'll be important to win. Hopefully them 2 end up with a draw, and it'll be important for us to, whoever wins or draws or whatever, we need to respond and keep in touch. And like I said, hopefully start a run going. So I'm going to go into the predicted 11, what I think Arteta might go with. It's obviously going to have to be Ramsdale in goal. That's another thing I'm going to have to discuss another day, Ramsdale and Raya. For me, Ramsdale should be our number 1, and I know it come out today from Fabrizio Romano that pretty much Raya's all done and signed and sealed for a permanent move, which we kind of all knew was going to happen anyway. Personally, I don't think Raya is better than Ramsdale. I don't necessarily think Ramsdale's better than Raya either, but I just think if you're going to spend money on another keeper and ship another one out, surely it should be an upgrade, no? You know, Ramsdale's younger, so we can have him for a lot more years. And I just think, why would you not do that? But hey, Raya's Arteta's guy, sorry. We all know, that he was the keeper who Arteta wanted when he first come in. So he's got him now and he's going to stick with him. So we have to get behind him. But for this game, it will be Ramsdale, as obviously Raya is still technically on loan. So Ramsdale will be in between the sticks. I pray he has a wicked game. and I hope he puts real pressure on Arteta to keep him in for Lons on Wednesday, I believe it is. I think, yeah, so it'll be Ramsdale in goal. There has been slight rumours that White might still be suffering from a problem. Obviously, he missed the Burnley game. I suspect he'll probably be fit, so I'm going to go Ben White right back, Saliba, obviously, and Gabriel at the back. I think he'll play Tomiyasu. Especially away at Brentford. They're quite a physical side, quite decent from set pieces, so I think it'll be quite important to have Tomiyasu there. If White is injured, then obviously Tomiyasu will go right back and Zinchenko will probably start, but I believe it will be White and Tomiyasu in the fullbacks. Midfield, I think, will be Jorginho, Rice and Odegaard. Probably the best midfield we can field at the minute with Partey's injury. Don't get me started on Thomas Partey. That geezer drives me mental. And then a front three of Saka, Trossard and Martinelli. My only concern with Martinelli, the reason why I hesitated is because obviously him, Jesus and Gabriel are coming back from Brazil. They've had a couple of tough matches. But I imagine Martinelli and Gabriel will be fine to start. I wouldn't start Jesus personally. I didn't watch the Brazil-Argentina game, but apparently he didn't look too fit. And I just wouldn't throw him back in yet. I don't think we need to. But I'd definitely have him on the bench and bring him on. But I think Trossard's done really well playing as that false nine. Scored in the last 2 games he started there. So it makes sense to start Trossard for me. And then if you need Jesus, bring him on. So that's the team I think he will go for. And my predicted result, I'm going to say 2-0 Arsenal. I don't think it'll be an easy game. But I'm hoping we're going to turn up there and have a good performance like we did last season. And like I said, hopefully start a winning run. I can't remember the exact fixtures coming up, but I know obviously we've got Brentford, and I think it's... who have we got after that? I can't remember, but I'll have to have a look into it. But I know we've got quite a decent run coming up. I know Luton's in there somewhere. And I think we've got Brighton, which will be a tough game, and who else? And then Villa and stuff like that. So they're not easy games, but they're games I think if we turn up, we should win. We can win all of them, and we need to put a run together before we go to Anfield on the 23rd of December, because that's going to be a real big game, and I want to stay at least with level 1 points with them at the very minimum, you know, thinking if they're going to pick up their maximum points, we got to match it, and stay in touch with them before we get to Anfield. So big game for Arsenal on Saturday. Hopefully we can get the 3 points and start winning run. And I will be doing a match reaction after the full-time whistle, and hopefully be putting that out on either Saturday or Sunday. So yeah, obviously, like I said, a new channel, guys. So anyone who does watch this, if you like Arsenal, if you like football, please do subscribe and like the videos and be some of the first people on here, because I am going to try and work hard at this and make it a good channel. And I really would like to hear from you, so put your comments in there, and I'll try and read them and respond to them as well. And yeah, hopefully we can build a nice big channel here where we can all chat about football and Arsenal, mainly Arsenal. So yeah, come on Arsenal on Saturday. Thank you guys for watching. Please do like and subscribe, and yeah, talk to you all soon. Thank you.